InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Huffman coming to a comfortable lead, coming out of 2. He's got about 8 car lengths, put it half a second over to Wayne Vincent as Chad Cole works the number 2 spot.
Time is running out. Vincent's got it. Cole wants it to the wall. Chevrolet puts the bumper to the 13 of Vincent. Vincent not backing down. He's in second. You know, we got one car on the bottom of the 10 cars.
Hello and welcome race fans to Kentucky Motor Speedway with Real Sim Racing and their Asphalt Assault Series. 110 laps on the board here tonight, which is brought to you by Inside Sim Racing and Derek Spear Designs. I am Dakota Ehrman, joined by Michael Keaton, Joshua Harbison, John Wessling pushing the buttons on the cameras, JD Webb hanging around, and George Wood being our statistician as always. But Michael Keaton, 110 laps here on the board once again at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Going to be interesting. Saw a fantastic finish last week, or not last week, but last Monday with the Full Throttle Cup Series, the Cup cars here at Kentucky. Will we see the same thing here tonight?
If there's any indication of a race Monday night that was excellent, Dakota, then nothing should be different than tonight's race here at Kentucky Motor Speedway with the Asphalt Assault Series. A good group of guys, as always, Dakota. Some of these guys come from the Full Throttle Cup Series. Not all of them, but there's some guys who run in that same series, and so we'll see some new faces here tonight, of course. It's going to be for an interesting show.
It definitely, and the winner from Monday night is actually here in this event. He rarely runs, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Actually running about 15th in practice, that would be Chad Cole. But how about we talk about last week at Bristol Motor Speedway? It was Stefan Marinak, I'm showing, running away with the win. It was, yeah, I want to say it was Stefan Marinak sneaking away with the win. Eric Brundys came home in the 2nd position. 2 seconds back, Bobby Terrell came home 3rd with Hunter Davis in 4th, and Joey Hilton rounding out the top 5.
And then it would be in 6th position. Bo McGuire, part of that Wolf Motorsports gang as well. And then you had 7th, Nathan Bowers. Jimmy North finished 8th. Clint Monahan to the 9th position. And Eric Arnold would round out the top 10.
And the point standing says, the points how they stand, at least going into Kentucky Motor Speedway. Eric Brundys leading the way, 9 points over Matt Lacrosse. Stefan Marinak sitting 3rd after winning last week, 17 points out of the lead. Wyatt Wolf Jr. sitting in the 4th position. How about Joey Hilton, 37 out in 5th position?
Want to mention too, Wyatt Wolf Jr., you mentioned he's sitting 4th, Dakota. Last year here at Kentucky Motor Speedway, he was the only man who's sitting in the top 10 in points. He was the only driver to have finished or raced in the top 25, and Wyatt Wolf Jr. would finish 25th, but he did start 11th. Just a couple of incidents with getting put towards the back, Dakota. But on to 6th spot in points. Brian Harvey, man out of Foster City, California, just 45 years old. And then 7th is Clint Monahan. Bo McGuire, being from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Mr. Consistency, sits 8th. Rhett McBride is 9th. And rounding out the top 10, newlywed Eric Arnold from Granger, Indiana, the 20-year-old.
And, man, fantastic race last week. I think it was just filled with a lot of interesting little turns here. The point standings pretty close, or decently close, with a 9-point margin between the 2 leaders. Definitely going to be interesting. And I do want to talk to you about tonight, Kentucky Motor Speedway. It's in Sparta, Kentucky. In the United States, capacity is 107,000. Owner is Speedway Motorsports Incorporated. The broke ground in July 18th of 1998 and opened in June 16th of 2000, Michael Keaton.
And again, like Monday night, Dakota, we witnessed the tempers flaring and the sort of feeling of turning left in any push, whether it be a loose push or a tight push, any kind of condition only seems to be magnified because the car's always racing on that inconsistent type track because of the bankings. Check it out. Turns 14 degrees. The tri-oval in the front stretch is 8 to 10 degrees banking, and on the back stretch it's 4 degrees banking. So again, the change of banking early apexes, the late apexes, high lines, low lanes. This track is all about the seat of your pants feel, and just like Darlington, drivers will need to adjust how they drive on the track in order to get around as fast as they can.
This track is very, very historical. One of the things that's very historical about the track is all the bumps on the track. Hasn't been repaved recently. It's a very, very, very bumpy track, and I think we might see that tonight. That'll play a role when these drivers get around the track. If one of them just hits the bumps just wrong, just a little bit, that can spin these cars around, and that I think we saw a few times, at least once Monday night. That could play in here when we come later into this race. It is a 110-lap race, so it is likely we will see it.
And now just moving on into the power rankings here, Dakota. The top 2 guys on the seat here tonight. Eric Brundy's 3 straight top 2 finishes. And again, Mr. Brundy's is your points leader, the 26-year-old out of Davenport, Iowa. And then there's Stefan Marinak. 2 wins this season, Dakota, in a short sprout so far. We've still got a long way to go till the season's finally wrapped up, but Marinak already 2 wins. And then White Wolf Jr., remember him? 4th in points. Lowest finish of the season is 11th. So White Wolf Jr., part of that White Wolf Motorsports gang, Dakota, is on a mission.
Clint Monahan sitting 4th and Matt Lacrosse 5th. Clint's got 3 top 10s this season, and Matt Lacrosse 4 straight top 15s with 3 straight top 5s.
And a couple of the comers tonight, Matt Lacrosse, White Wolf Jr., and Eric Brundy's, of course, are the only 3 drivers with steady top 15 finishes. Again, Brundy's already with 3 top 2 finishes, and then Nathan Bowers has had 2 straight top 10 finishes. Look for him tonight to keep going up. And then Bo McGuire, who's back there in 8th position in points, has 3 top 10s this season. So he's beginning to be just exactly what his nickname is, Mr. Consistency.
Tell you what, this is probably one of the tracks that if you were to pick Matt Lacrosse when he is a comer, he is currently 2nd in qualifying, so we'll have to see if that stands. But Matt Lacrosse, this is his kind of track, so we'll have to see tonight. But the goers tonight, Stephen Herring and John Wilco, have not had a top 20 finish this season yet. Yeah, and going to go ahead and send it down trackside for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now we go trackside for the command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Alright, making up the first row here tonight, starting from the pole, CJ LeVere, and on his outside, Matt Lacrosse.
Row number 2, Eric Brundy's Matthew Long.
Row number 3, Bobby Terrell and Stephen Marinak.
Row number 4, the 26 machine of Jose Gonzalez, and the 10 of John Abbott.
Row number 5, Stephen Almendo and Mark Bratcher.
Row number 6, Brian Harvey in the 67 and Brett McBride in the 15.
Row number 7, Jason Lester and Jimmy North.
Row number 8, Keith Brooks Jr. in the 71 to his outside, the 47 of Eric Arnold.
Row number 9, Wyatt Wolf Sr. and Doug Fleming.
Row number 10, Doug Roth and Scott Brotherton.
Row number 11 will be Clint Monahan and Aaron Groskoff.
Row number 12 will be Adam Roberts and Jay Randall Watkins.
Row number 13, Nick Silver and Augusto Gabaldoni.
Row 14 will bring out the 44 of Chad Cole and the 23 of Jason Patterson.
Row number 15 will be Wyatt Wolf Jr. and Nathan Bowers.
Row number 16, the 8 of David Lanza and Bo McGuire, sits 50th.
Row number 17 will be Douglas White and Joey Hilton.
Row number 18, John Wilco in the 62 and the 98 of Stephen Herring.
Row number 19, Frank Coons and John Ellers.
So there we have it, Dakota, 19 rows, 38 drivers.
It's definitely going to be a pretty big field here. Max field is 43 cars. We're going to have 38 on track here tonight. I believe everybody behind the 26th place qualifier did not qualify. Leading up that group will be Chad Cole, starting 27th. I believe he is subbing for, I want to say Campbell.
All top 10 drivers to Dakota have made the field tonight. They are all here. And one of the goers that you was getting into, Dakota, before the break was Stephen Herring and John Wilco. They have not finished in the top 20 this season as the pace car exits in turn 4.
The pace car's off, and there goes CJ LeBaire. Green flag is out. He gets a huge jump over Matt Lacrosse already. No problem there. He's away and heading into turn number 1 already.
And as the field begins to get up to pace speed, we're going to go ahead and give you Professor's picks. Dakota, Glenn Campbell has a 9th and 11th at Vegas and Phoenix. Can he keep the momentum going tonight? Again, Glenn Campbell being subbed for, though, tonight, I believe by Chad Cole, as you mentioned, and then Brian Harvey has a 5th and 6th at the same venues as well, Vegas and Phoenix.
Meanwhile, up front, racing action, it was Matt Lacrosse who was side-by-side with Eric Brundies for second position, but Lacrosse has now driven away from Brundies, and is now Brundies and Long side-by-side for the 3rd position. Brundies carried a lot of momentum on the inside, but you'll see the 99, he's hanging there pretty strong. Now comes the 29 on the inside. That is, I do believe, Stefan Marinac on the inside, coming with a huge run here. He's trying to hang in there. The 94 now clearing the 99.
How about that? The 29, you mentioned Marinac, and then 94 ahead of him, Brundies. That's the 1st place points guy and a 3rd place guy in points, battling it out there for 4th position.
In 2nd place in points, currently 2nd on the track. He's chasing down CJ LeBaire in the 11, and that's Matt Lacrosse, man. He's coming in a hurry.
How about that? The top 3 on the track currently are also the top 3 in points, and just ahead of the leader, CJ LeBaire, Dakota, is David Lanza in the 38 machine, and Joshua Harbinson has more on the 8 car.
Yeah, I believe David Lanza down there in the 8 machine is having an issue, and I believe Joshua Harbinson finally getting the headset fixed there down there.
Yeah, David Lanza, he had some problems and missed the start. They had to keep working on that car, and they got it fixed just as the green flag dropped, so he's on the track, and they're going to be working on that car all night.
And caution flag is out. Wreck on the track as we look. Oh! Somebody was flipped over, and that was Nick Silver in the 30 car. He was in 24th position in the backstretch on lap 4. It looks like the 41. I do want to say that is Aaron Groskoff subbing for Hunter Davis that came down into Nick Silver, putting Silver around and in the wall. That would collect both the 40 and the 30, and the 41 there in the 30, and that will end, I believe, both the days of both drivers, really.
Yes. Absolutely. Aaron Grosskopf's early night is done, Dakota. The engine completely blew up there on that wreck. And you mentioned Nicholas Silver taking a big ride as well. But Dakota, how about this? J. Randall Watkins, also heavy dark smoke pouring beneath the machine of that car. And he's going to be exiting the track early tonight.
Really unfortunate for J. Randall Watkins. So kind of just like an innocent bystander, it looks like. But he will be, I want to say he'll be a casualty, it looks like. His engine is gone. He is on pit road trying to get it fixed, but that could be a while if he chooses to stick around. Then we watch see if the leaders want to pit. Looks like Lavere looked like he was gonna. He decided not to. It didn't really fake pit there, but definitely moved towards the direction of pit road. Looks like almost everybody staying out here as we're looking through the field to see if anybody does come down pit road here. Oh, I see it. We do have a taker in the 84 of Jimmy North and the 47 of Eric Arnold. They're heading down to Joshua Harbison, I do believe, and we'll watch there as Arnold now pulls off and looks like he's almost to a stall.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're going to get some tires, but they're going to make some changes. They want to. Arnold's complaining about it being a little loose. Same thing with Jimmy North. So they're going to add a little wedge, and they're just going to dial that car in. They're going to take the chance to do it.
Looks like the 47 might have taken 2 tires. Josh, is a little bit of strategy there, maybe.
He might have just wanted to get past Jimmy North. 2 tires. He might have been not too sure. It's under caution too early.
Alright, well, definitely some weird strategy happening there with the 47 Eric Arnold, but it did put him out in front of a few drivers now. We do have 3 cars now, 1 lap down, and I believe all 3 of them should be crashed out. Aaron Grosskopf will be leading them in 36. Nick Silver in 37th, and J. Randall Watkins in 38th, the last car in the field. And he has, I believe, pulled it behind the wall. He is entirely done for the night. And here in the 13th on back was on pit road, or most of them, but it looks like just a lot of 4-tire calls we're hearing.
So the man out front, Dakota, C.J. Lavere, Fearless Racing. Chevrolet also helping sponsor that car's Hippies Paint Shop. You know, a lot of these guys, these drivers, both in the Asphault Assault Series and in the Full Throttle Cup Series, as well as some of the other stuff like the Can-Am Series that the guys run here with part of Real Sim Racing Dakota, they use Hippies Paint Shop. So if you're out there, just a plug for them, if you're out there needing a car painted, check out hippiespaintshop.com. And also, part of sponsor on that machine tonight on the 11 cars, Kentucky Fried Chicken on the back rear deck lid, and on the front hood is the Bud King of Beers.
Well,
so there you have it.
That could be personal opinion. I would not know. We are, however, double file. That's what I do know. Getting set for the green flag. Pace car lights are off. Just got to wait on these guys to get off of turn number 4, the pace car to get down pit road, and we will be green flag racing. They are now only coming off of turn number 2, working into the backstretch. Tell you what, though, we'll talk about Inside Sim Racing, sponsor for tonight, sponsoring the Thursday Night Real Sim Racing Series. Inside Sim Racing, your first and best choice for all news and reviews and online motorsports. Join Darren Ganji and Sean Cole for the latest and greatest in product reviews, simulation, auto racing, games for PCs and the Xbox crowd, from steering wheels to full-size racing rigs, updates on popular racing games, and a whole lot more. The yellow pages of online auto racing. Inside Sim Racing has it all. Visit them today at www.isrtv.com. As we now work through 3 and 4.
Also, don't forget the big race coming up this weekend. Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. March on Michigan 300 right here on ETV. Of course, Inside Sim Racing TV getting a sponsor deal on that as far as iRacing's concerned. And Chevrolet Silverado will be the truck at Michigan again, 150 laps. You'll see it right here broadcasted live on ETV.
I know I'll be there. Michael Keaton will be there as well. You can catch us there live from the broadcast booth. But right now, racing action. Green flag is out. And how about, looks like C.J. Lavere got a huge restart. Matt Lacrosse did not go on the outside, so he stacked up. He finally got going, and it looks like it was too late because the 94 of Eric Brunnick's already around him and away, trying to run out that 11 car. So
Bobby in the number 7 car, Dakota, in 5th spot. Now making fourth is the 29 high side, Marinac. Working a little magic of his own. As again, the top two here, the top second and third guy, Eric Brundys and Matt Lacrosse, both in the top 5 in points, and then you got Marinac right there as well. So 3 cars in the top 5 in points are in the top 5 on the racetrack currently.
Yeah, and what I've been watching here is the 7. He prevailed on the 29. That's Bobby Terrell, and he's back there in 4th position. The 29, Stephen Marinac, could not do anything on the outside of the 7, but looks like as soon as he was able to get to the inside, he was really, really strong. I believe he cleared just one of the cars back there on the outside, then was looking to the inside. This car really strong on the inside as we watch the 29. Man, he has 2 tires now below the seam going through 1 and 2, and that's where the speed's at. That's how you get the car to turn. He did a fantastic job as he now tries to follow the 7 once again in turns 3 and 4 as we have a battle behind him for just about 6th position. They're about 2 wide. They were almost 3 wide at one point. I do believe that's Matthew Long, the 99, kind of on the outside there.
Dakota, I'm keeping my eyes on the 14th place race car on the track, Brian Harvey. This guy's up there. He's 6th in points. He's on the high side. The 44 machine just went underneath him. That's Chad Cole. Now underneath him, the deuce of Scott Brotherton. And Harvey's got trouble in front of him. Lester's in the wall in the Advocare Chevrolet. We've got one car going around, and I believe it was the one machine of Clint Monahan, Dakota.
And when you say one car going around, you mean it literally?
Yeah, the Zaxby's machine. It looked like possibly that he was checking up for Lester up above him. He got into the wall, and maybe Clint was just tapped the brake and got that car loose. But that Zaxby Chevrolet, he did a good job of avoiding hitting the inside wall there.
Yeah, and again, this is the number 1 car in 19th position on lap 11 coming off of turn number 2. He's on the outside of the 47. You watch him here. He gets a huge run off the corner, closing in on the 56 there, and you'll see the 56 coming right in front of him. Oh, there's somebody in the wall in front of him. He checks up, and he comes down the racetrack. It looks like it clipped the 47 a little bit. That'll put him around. That's Clint Monahan getting turned around off of Eric Arnold.
Again, Clint doing a great job of keeping that car off the inside wall. Should see him come down pit road, Dakota. And then, of course, you'll have Aaron Groskopf back there, 36th position. Nick Silver. I believe Aaron is on pit road. Nicholas Silver also on pit road, and so is Jay Randall Watkins. Those guys are done. So no one will receive the wave around as the leaders are on pit road, Dakota.
However, Eric Arnold will receive the EOL end-of-line penalty. Just getting in trouble there with the race officials. He was deemed the cause of the wreck, as now everybody comes down pit road. CJ LeBaire coming down to his the first stall, the very, very first stall. So watch, he's in the Josh Arbison.
Yeah, CJ LeBaire's in. He likes his cars running good, no changes for that. He's going to take probably 4 tires to see if the crew runs around to the left side. And they do. It's going to be a 4-tire stop and fuel, but it actually looks like it took a little longer than he wanted.
Alright, well, as they come off of pit road, we'll see who wins the battle off pit road. It was, I do believe, CJ LeBaire over Chad Cole. What happened to Chad Cole? Maybe 2 tires because he came from 21st. It will be Jose Gonzalez next, and I'm wondering if it looks like a few cars actually beat out. What happened to the leader? Because all of a sudden I'm looking here at the leader, and he's way in the back now.
Yeah, some cars stayed out. I'm checking with Chad Cole's crew here. I'm walking down that way right now, find out if he took 2 tires or not.
Alright. Well, why don't we go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with that information on whether who stayed out and actually who got tires, who didn't get tires, who got 2 tires. We'll let you know when we get right back from this commercial break.
Join 5,000 plus other listeners where you can hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
And we're back live at Kentucky Motor Speedway with the Real Sim Racing Asphalt Assault Series here, brought to you by Inside Sim Racing and Derek Spear Designs. We are pacing with 1 lap remaining here before we go back green flag racing, and Joshua Harbison just joined us on pit road. He has the information of who did what, who didn't do what happened under the pit stops there.
Yeah, right now your top 5, they all stayed out. The 84, Jimmy North, he got 4 tires out last caution, so he's good to go for a while. But I know Lanza and Cole both took 2 tires, and that gave them some pretty good jumping position.
All right, there you have it. So we get set to go back green flag racing. We are working underneath or through the backstretch here, almost to turn number 3. When we also mentioned that this is also brought to you by Derek Spear Design, sponsoring in part with Inside Sim Racing TV, the RSR Asphalt Assault Series on Thursday nights. Derek Spear Designs manufactures top-shelf simulation racing components such as pedals, shifters, button boxes, and more. Reasonably priced, this is the kind of gear a championship sim race driver needs. Bulletproof and boot stomping strong. See his gear at DerekSpearDesigns.com.
Man, look at that 24 car up there, high side in second, Dakota. ETV Live 2.0 decorated all around that black Chevrolet as the pace car gets set to go back down pit road, and Brundy's and the Chick-fil-A will pick up the green flag.
Huge jump by Eric Brundy's. I think he's one of the guys that got to witness all the restarts tonight, and he knows how to take advantage of it. Some of these other guys have not seen the front in a while when it comes to the series, and so maybe not quite ready for that kind of a restart. As you see now, a battle for second. Jimmy North and Mark Bratcher going at it. Jimmy North carrying a lot of momentum on the inside. Bratcher, he's getting held up because here comes the 23. They're almost 3 wide. They will be 3 wide. Oh, somebody's a little out of control there. I can't tell who that is. It looks a lot like Adam Roberts. Looks like he's got it back under control there. That's the 36 car, and that is, in fact, Adam Roberts. Still 3 wide. That's the 23 underneath him, the 23 of Jason Patterson, and Mark Bratcher around the outside. Bratcher's around, and he's clear. So we watch the 43 of Doug Roth now come to the outside. Still 3 wide, and back to 2 wide, and nearly single file.
Wow, still 3 wide. Coming out of 2 for the 7th position, the 11 of C.J. LeVere. And Chad Cole, also Doug Roth in the mix as they settle back down to 2 wide, Dakota. Directly behind them, LeVere 7, the 26 of Jose Gonzalez side by side. Some interesting racing going on, and Matthew Long in the 99 car made one heck of a move down on the apron earlier, Dakota. I don't know if you saw that, but he took it 3 wide under Matt Lacrosse, and it worked and paid off.
It definitely will. At a place like this, track position seems to be key. If you can find a way to get that track position, it will work. As you see up front, the 26, Jose Gonzalez getting the wall on the outside. He is in 9th position, so he's all right though. He's just losing a little bit of time here. That's now the 7. That is the 7 of Bobby Terrell going under past him. It looks like now the 99 of Matthew Long looking to get around him. He's still in 9th position. See, now it goes down the bottom looking for maybe a crossover or trying to get underneath the 7 here. He's actually back to 10th, so just battling for 9th.
23 of Jason Patterson, who was 5th seconds ago, Dakota, brushed the wall just ever so slightly and allowed that 44 machine of Chad Cole to slip up one spot in front of him. As Chad Cole and Adam Roberts, you couldn't stick a feather between them as they go in 3.
Yeah, behind Cole, 2 spots. How about the guy that was running up front, qualified up front, was running up front, CJ Rivera, now looking underneath the 23 of Jason Patterson. He's coming in a hurry, the 11 machine up. A lot of spots here, but not as many as the 44. Remember, 44 on 2 tires, I do believe. That's Chad Cole doing a fantastic job of coming to the field. See him all the way on the bottom. He's on a slick part of the track. You got to be careful down there. He's now still too wide with Adam Roberts. Adam Roberts gets a wall. He's going backwards. That's now Jason Patterson now going underneath the 86. Oh, that's a 56 of Adam Roberts. 36.
Just talking a little bit about turn 1 here. There is so much speed, Dakota, carried into that corner from the tribal that it's difficult to maintain the good line and over the ripples in the track that you mentioned. It's being so bumpy here at Kentucky. And that's one thing you got to keep in mind. Nearly 170 miles an hour these guys get into the corner of turn 1. And then they've got to reckon with the bumps there, also in turn 1 and 2.
I think there's bumps everywhere on this track. Really, the bumps are probably one of the most interesting things about this track. It's what makes it so hard to get around it. I mean, if you watch the 44 from a certain camera angle, you can see this car all the way around the track. It's just moving up and down as soon as it hits the bump. It never really stops. I mean, it's just a lot of bumps at this place, especially to the corners. You notice it really bad. It's like the cars aren't sitting in one place; they're moving all over the place, and drivers have to deal with that as they're working around this racetrack. But how about the 44? Up to 3rd position on 2 tires. Now looking to get around Jimmy North for 2nd.
Yeah, I wonder just how long those 2 tires can last here at Kentucky. Dakota, it seems like these guys using a lot of the track. Remember earlier ago we saw a lot of guys racing 3 wide, 2 wide. Chad Cole, of course, being in that mix as well. So with just 2 tires on the race car, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep the wheels on it or not.
Yeah, I think the reason you might see Chad Cole and these 2 tires doing really well, the setup might be really, really loose. If they put the 2 tires on it, that could actually tighten up the car here, depending upon how much wear they have on the tires. So definitely these 2 tires could actually be helping Chad Cole get around these corners stably and quickly.
And of course, turn 4, the track that flattens out severely there, and it seems to be a lot of steering going on in that corner as well. A lot of steering input. The car will snap loose if you give it a little too much, and that's the corner where you can lose your time at Kentucky or you can gain your time at Kentucky. Talking about loose there.
How about the 7 car having some electrical problems all the way back in 9th position? That is Bobby Terrell. Adam Roberts, who's in 5th, started in the 23rd position. What a move for him. Currently on no tires, the last stop I do believe.
And you mentioned Bobby Terrell, Dakota, fastest in practice. Obviously put it 5th quickest on the board for qualifying. But the 7 car still in the top 10 currently, not out of it quite yet. As he's got some racing going on in front of him for the 8th and 7th position. Doug Roth and the 26 of Jose Gonzalez are battling it out. As well, Jimmy North and Jason Patterson in the mix as well.
26 laps on the board here of the 110.
And speaking of Jason Patterson, how about that? 5th place right now, just in front of Doug Roth. Started in 28th position. And Patterson's got that 4G machine up there in the top 5. And Jimmy North, who's just behind him, Dakota, in 6th, battling currently right now with Doug Roth. Started 14th. So he's up some positions as well.
Well, the biggest mover is Chad Cole, 27th, 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big move. Jason Patterson started 28th, like we mentioned, up to 5th. Good job by him. There's a lot of guys that started in the rear of the field you're seeing up front right now, but right now, as we turn and focus the leaders. Look at Eric Brundy's running a 33.267 when you look at Chad Cole's 33.201. 2 tires on the 44 machine, and then you look at 4 tires on CJ LeVert at 33.175. He's he's a little quicker. It seems like every lap he's consistently just a little bit quicker. CJ LeVert gets to follow Chad Cole around the track. He's got draft, and he just has to nail his line. You'll see CJ LeVert be consistently just a little bit faster than Chad Cole here.
Just a quick update, too, on the power rankings we mentioned in the pre-race deal. Eric Brundy's 3 straight top 2 finishes, Dakota, and he's first on the racetrack currently right now. Marinac also a pair of wins this season. Marinac working that 12th position right now. White Wolf Jr., lowest finish of the year so far, 11th. But White Wolf Jr. is back there in 27th currently, going to have to work his way up there to keep that going. Clint Monahan, 3 top 10s this season. Monahan somewhere in the neighborhood of 22nd. And Matt Lacrosse with 4 straight top 15 finishes with 3 top 5s. The 21 car runs 10th.
Yeah, Matt Lacrosse second in points. He's 9 points behind the leader, who currently is the leader. So points leader, currently leader on the track, and the guy that's sitting in second, who's 9 points behind him, is about approximately 9 positions behind him. How about that? So watch it back here, battle for about 10th position. I would bring that up because we have a battle for just in front of 10th position. Looks like about 8th position on back, 7th maybe. Going out of here, as now we watch Matt Lacrosse going around the outside of the 84, Jimmy North. Jimmy North backing out of it. Here as we see maybe trying to come back on the inside. Not sure whether he's going to just let up or not. Maybe having problems on the 84 machine. Looks like they've kind of single filed out. As I say that, there goes. Looks like I want to say that is Jason Patterson. Or that's not Jason Patterson. That's the 26 underneath Adam Roberts, and that is Jose Gonzalez, I thought.
Yeah, and you're right. The front 3, Dakota, the top 3 have checked out. Now the battle here is for 4th position, where Jason Patterson runs, basically all the way back to about the 12th position where Marinac runs. So good battle here, good group of cars here trying to lace them up for that 4th spot that Patterson holds. And meanwhile, the top 3 continuing to pull away.
Jose Gonzalez, man, he went around Adam Roberts. Adam Roberts came up and pushed him down the backstretch. Now you see the 7 of Bobby Terrell going around Adam Roberts. He's in 6th position now. That'll move Terrell up. Looks like Adam Roberts came to the bumper of the 7 throughout the front stretch in the tri-oval. So I don't know whether Roberts just trying to take his momentum somewhere or whether he's unhappy he's being passed. I can't tell as you see him get right to the bumper of the 7 once again, but he's going to fall off in the center of the corner like he's not braking enough or something.
You know, I've seen a lot of these cars out here, Dakota, using that high lane that seems to be working on some of these older tires. And the high line and the second groove and touching the seam. Maybe they're just trying to fight that tight setup, Dakota, as they are wearing the tires out.
You would think, we're hearing this is a really tight setup from George Wood. And when we say tight, to define tight, the car isn't really turning. You can't say, well, how does the car not turn? You're only turning left. It's when the car just wants to kind of just go into the wall. It doesn't want to turn left. So that's what these guys are really fighting. You see the 2 tires maybe helping that. Old tires, generally you would see maybe heat up and just slide around the track, but not quite the case here. These guys are just, have a lot of problems starting. The inside lane has seemed to be a little freer, but it's hard to get down there. So, we should see what these guys can do. They're doing a fantastic job. So, Matt Lacrosse in 8th position got the wall coming off of turn number 2. And somebody way in front of him also got the wall, it looked like, as we see Bobby Terrell and Jose Gonzalez going at it for, I do believe, 5th position. Terrell looking to the outside. He's not going to have it. And Jose Gonzalez driving away, trying to get back up to the 23, the bumper of the 23, Jason Patterson for 4th.
And just to take some folks back down memory lane, you mentioned in tightness and looseness. You remember when you were a kid and you went to the refrigerator, got the grape jelly jar, and you asked your mom, being 5, 6 years old, how do you open it up? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and that's the same thing that these guys can do with the wedge. All the way to the left, loose. All the way to the right, tight.
Well, that's one way to put it, Keaton. I think I've heard that more of an expression when working on cars. Or
I would always sit there and try to open up the grape jar, the grape jelly, Dakota, and get the jar out, and I would try to open it up, and I couldn't, and I would always turn it to the right, and remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so I would have to say, oh, okay, and then turn it to the left, and that would loosen it up as far, and the same thing here with the race cars, like you mentioned, you could take that wedge and bump it all the way to the left, and that's going to free it up a little bit, or free it up a whole lot, and then if you put some wedge into it to the right, then you'll just tighten that car up, and that's obviously not what these guys want.
Race fans, trying to take anything away from here from Michael Keaton. Him saying that, he still doesn't know the difference between right and left here. Anyway, racing still going on here at Kentucky Speedway, Kentucky Motor Speedway. Looks like still watching back here the 16th position, Mark Bratcher on the inside of John Abbott and Jason Lester. Looks like he's been going back and forth. Jason Lester kind of getting a little bit of the better of him. These guys have been going at it back and forth quite a ways now, for quite a while at least. And oh, as Bratcher goes up to the 92, they make contact. The 92 gonna have to rebound, lose a lot of time here. He's coming back on the outside, but he's gonna get passed by the 81. The 2 coming on the inside as well. John Abbott hanging in right behind him. That is the 81 in front of him with Steven Almendo and Scott Brotherton in the 2.
Yeah, remember Lester got into the wall a little bit earlier, and they're another close call for that 92 machine, Advocare Chevrolet, so still trying to be careful, but the 81 now works underneath that ETV 2.0 live car of Mark Bratcher in turns 1. Good-looking race cars there right there. The 81 got a good-looking green and black car as well. It's Mark Bratcher, that blue, red, and black all over as well.
Well, let's go up to the lead, the battle for the lead. Let's look at that 94 of Eric Brunning. Oh, wait a second. That's not a 94. That's a 44. Look at Chad Cole up front with CJ LeVere all over the bumper of the 44.
Wow, and he lost 2 positions, not only to Cole, but to LeVere as well. Now the leader who has led pretty much the last 15, 20 laps, Eric Brunning, just fell to 3rd.
Jose Gonzalez in 4th. He's 2.9 seconds behind the leaders, and his trouble, his company, is a whole second, just nearly a second behind him. They are 3.7 seconds behind the leader.
And how about this? Statistician George Wood sent me a note earlier. How about the field was running 33.5s to the leaders 33.3. So the rest of the field, when it comes to the leaders, aren't too far off pace.
Chad Cole up 26 spots since
well,
the
remember,
start.
Chad did take right sides only,
and he's still the leader. Oh wait, that's not the case anymore. Because look who's up front. CJ LeVere has went around Chad Cole. Chad Cole all over the bump of the 11 of CJ LeVere. LeVere will lead the lap, and Cole will look to stay behind him here. As we're working lap 42 of 110 on the board here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. We are ETV Live, powered by the HD Radio Network, and we will be right back after a quick commercial break with more green flag racing action here from Kentucky.
If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products, reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com, and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
And we're back live at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Still green flag racing as Chad Cole again leads the way with CJ Levere in second. Eric Brunny's in third. Behind them, trying to close the gap here is Jose Gonzalez closing the gap just a little bit, maybe staying close to the same. Behind them, Matt Lacrosse sitting in fifth position, 3.9 seconds back, but he's got a company. Battle for fifth, big battle for fifth. Doug Roth on the inside. You see the 7 of Bobby Terrell. He's looking low. He's looking middle. He's going to jump back in line behind the 43, trying to get his momentum built back up. But the 21 has a lot of company from the 43 right now.
And the 43 is the blue machine that you see there. On the bottom of Doug Roth, upside is the 21 of Matt Lacrosse, and the 7 in the red machine as well is Bobby Terrell. 7th car, 7th on the racetrack.
Was here a lot.
Yes, the 8 car, David Lanza, 8th on the racetrack, Dakota. That's kind of weird. Unusual.
How about that?
7th and 8th there, 7 and 8.
Yeah, he's in a big group there. He's right behind that 7th place car and the 7. And it's the 43 and the 21 going at it, Matt Lacrosse and Doug Ross. And these two are going to be right in line to be right on the inside of that 21 car of Matt Lacrosse. So Matt Lacrosse will lose probably a few spots here. That'll break this little pattern we have. The 7 and the 8 will not be their respective numbers in position, but they will move up one. So the 8 will be in 7th, and the 7 will be in 6th here, it looks like, because Matt Lacrosse going backwards in a hurry here.
Yeah, they kind of changed things when they got around Matt Lacrosse there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And the 29 now, that is the 29 of Stefan Marinak, now looking to the inside of the 21 of Matt Lacrosse. Looks like he's not been able to do it quite yet, as Lacrosse coming back on the outside of Lanza in the 8 machine.
Matt Lacrosse, part of that Fearless Racing team out of Fort Hood, Texas. Matt Lacrosse, 31 years of age here tonight, working the 8th car, 8th position car. Marinak there, though, is sitting 3rd in points, Dakota. A little battle between 2nd and 3rd in points here. 8th and 9th on the racetrack.
Well, how about that? There's a little bit of a gap between the two, but, you know, the one wants to beat the other. Eric Brundy, who's your points leader, is currently sitting in 3rd. He has about 5 positions over Matt Lacrosse, who's in 8th. Here in battle for 25th position, Joey Hilton and Eric Arnold going at it. Eric Arnold, though, is a lap down, or maybe it's... Yeah, Arnold's a lap down.
Arnold is a lap down. But that is a battle to a degree, Dakota. At least there's 2 cars right there tied up into the top 10. Joey Hilton, 5th in points. Eric Arnold cracking the top 10. So... Eric Arnold, though, first to be on the bubble to get that lap back if there was a caution, and Bo McGuire back there in 34th, competing with Eric Arnold to get to that spot. Bo McGuire is 8th in points, Dakota.
Yeah, it looks like Bo McGuire about 2 cars behind Eric Arnold right now. He has a bit of a gap to catch him, and I don't know if he can do it. Running 33.6s. To Eric Arnold's 33.9s, so he could probably catch him 0.3 faster last time by. We'll have to see if that's just a racing deal or what, but the 47 a little off the pace. Here going to the battle for 15th position, John Abbott.
Yeah, the 2 car, Dakota, into turn 1 gave Abbott a little run for his money, bumper-to-bumper action there, and Smart Bratcher was starting to stick his Chevrolet into the mix as well. Things got a little bit exciting as there's a 3-car battle there for that spot that Abbott holds for now.
Behind them, I believe we see the 67 of Brian Harvey underneath Jason Lester. This is the battle for 20th position. Or make that 19th position as Jason Lester goes around the outside and clears the position, takes over the spot. Harvey going backwards 1. Adafleet has heated up once again because LeVere has now gone around Cole, and Brundy's still hiding, or just right in line.
Real too quick to mention Harvey again, the 67 car. He's 6th in points. Again, folks, the top 10 in points, they all made the race tonight.
And how about this herd of cars, as J.D. Webb would like to say, back in about 10th position, starting with Matt Lacrosse, who just moved back a few spots. The 29 in front of him now, the 23 of Jason Patterson and Rhett McBride up there as well. Just a line of cars here. We're seeing a lot of line of cars. Maybe the handling going away. We should be expecting pit stops any time now. Maybe the next 10 to 20 laps. Hope to get an idea on when we'll see these guys come back down pit road. But I have a feeling it won't be far away, as now Jason Lester and Brian Harvey go back at it once again for 19th position. Looks like Harvey back on the inside trying to get around the 92 with Jason Lester, but Lester not having anything of it.
Long green flag run. We've had Dakota looking back. Around, probably been around lap 15, lap 16, the last time we were under caution. And it's lap 55, 56, working on 56.
Yeah, about halfway here. Yeah, definitely halfway here, actually.
Yeah, halfway home now, and the man who gets the halfway deal tonight is C.J. LeVere, the 11 machine, which he's barely holding on to that front spot. Dakota, Chad Cole's been there for a long time, and the Derek Spear Designs halfway award goes to C.J. LeVere. Of course, Derek Spear Designs, sponsoring in part with the Inside Sim Racing TV for tonight. Derek Spear Designs manufactures top-shelf simulation racing components such as pedals, shifters, button boxes, and more. Reasonably priced. This is the kind of gear a championship sim racing driver needs as there's trouble on the backstretch. Bulletproof and boot stomping strong. See his gear at DerekSpearDesigns.com, and trouble on the Speedway, Dakota.
It's not as easy as it looks. Even Michael Keaton's struggling, but yeah, looking for the wreck here.
No caution.
I'm not quite seeing it.
It doesn't matter because there's no caution, and C.J. LeVere still leads.
Oh yeah, I guess we're still green flag racing. For some reason I was thinking we had a wreck. I know I heard wreck, but I never saw the wreck. And it looks like pit stops in maybe 10 minutes, rather than 10 laps, 10 minutes. So we'll have to keep our eye on that.
Is this the 24-hour race? Is this the 24-hour road course race, Dakota, where they race by hours? Stops in 10 minutes. We're hearing from George Wood.
Okay, well, I don't know. We'll have to see. Here is looks like C.J. LeVere still leading the way with Glenn Campbell. That's Chad Cole in the 44 running second.
Let's see, if we're doing averaging about 30 to 35 seconds a lap, 10 minutes would be. So you're doing 2 laps a minute.
Give him time, guys. Let's get his calculator out.
20 laps. 20 laps until we see some green flag stops.
As we're still green flag racing now, the field has caught lap traffic. LeVere now going underneath the 09. How about that? The 09 of not Eric Brundy's, but looks like John Ellers going a lap down there. And then Douglas White, the next car in line, he may go a lap down. And this will take the lucky dog position away from John Wilco, Bo McGuire, or Eric Arnold.
And how about that, Dakota? All 3 top drivers. Eric Brundy's in 3rd, Chad Cole 2nd. First, C.J. LeVere, they all got around the 09. Pretty good. But now they've got Douglas White in front of them, who runs 30th in that 12 machine. He'll put the left hand out the window and turn 4. C.J. LeVere to the bottom. The 44 of Cole more than likely to the bottom, and the Chick-fil-A machine of Eric Brundy's now works his way around the 12 on the bottom as well.
And there they go. That will put a new lucky dog. That will make Douglas White the new lucky dog officially, as long as he keeps that position and the leaders don't lap anybody else, and they are actually catching the 29th place car. Augusto Capodoni in 29th in the 69 machine, and then Stephen Herring in 28th. They're not too far behind those guys. And hearing Bobby Terrell coming to pit road for his green flag stop. I'm guessing it was 10 laps, not 10 minutes, where he will be coming in. He's not quite in yet. We'll watch the 7 car as he comes off of, he comes through the front stretch, and we'll have to see if he comes in this time. Not seeing him, it looks like he's, working through 1 and 2, so he may come in this time. At least George Wood's saying so we'll have to see if George is right or not. So he is currently in the 5th position. We'll have to keep our eye on him.
And before they make the crazy scheduled green flag pit stops, Dakota, Eric Brundy's the man who's first in points is 3rd on the racetrack. Matt LaCrosse, who's 2nd in points, the 21 machine, sits in the neighborhood of 11th. Marinac, 3rd in points. That machine is somewhere along the neighborhood of 9th. White Wolf Jr., however, 4th in points, sits 22nd on the racetrack, and finally rounding out the top 5 in points, Joey Hilton sits 23rd.
Okay, so it looks like the 7 did not come in the last time. The 62 was supposed to be coming in. I don't know if we can trust George Wood here, as the 7 stays out once again. The 62 is coming down to pit road. That is the 31st place car. John Wilco coming down. He's on pit road, getting his car slowed down. Eric Brundy's supposed to be coming in. John Wilco in pit road now. As he comes to a stop in his stall, Joshua Harbison.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and take... Oh, he actually pulled too far forward. The crew had to push him back. So we'll see if they're actually going to stick with the 4 tires they were going to go with. If they're going to just go for 2. And it looks like they are just going to stay with 4 tires and gas, and they're going to send him on his way.
Josh, now we're seeing the 94 machine of Eric Brundy's, who comes in 3rd position all the way down to 45 miles an hour. A long pit stop to wait, though. He's got a long way to go down there to you, Josh.
Yeah, he's been enjoying his car. Said it got a little tight at the end of the run. Crew chief said they're just going to keep it that way. And he's going to take 4 tires and fuel when he gets there. And other than that, no changes. He's just going to 4 tires and gas, and they're going to send him on his way. And hopefully this stop will actually give him the time he needs when the leaders come into pit, that he can just stay out and take the lead from everybody.
And Mark Bratcher in 13th position now, slowing down to come down pit road. Matthew Long also joining him. Matthew Long going to pick up a lot of time over Mark Bratcher. Maybe Mark slowing down a little bit too much there. Coming down pit road, though, the 99 and the 24 duo. And again, Bratcher in 21st position. Long was 23rd. Watch, I see what these guys changed to as they cross the finish line. 22nd for Long, and that should be 23rd for Mark Bratcher as they come to a stop in their stalls. Joshua Harbison.
Yeah, Mark Bratcher, he's okay with his car. Crew chief's going to try a couple of adjustments on the tire pressure, and they're going to take 4 and gas, and they're going to go. Same thing for Long. He's okay with his car as well. I hadn't talked to his crew chief, not sure the changes, but he's going to get 4 tires and fuel, and he's going to be on his way.
In and out, in a flash. That's how they do it here in Real Sim Racing, the Asphault Assault Series. Now as we still await the leaders to come down pit road, and a lot more cars. 7th place car, Jason Patterson, will be coming to pit road here soon, but yeah, the 23 car in 7th position coming down. Jason Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson said he likes his car. He wants more bite in the corners. He's a little bit too... He just can't get around the center of the corner as much as he'd want to. So they're going to try a few adjustments for that. They're going to take 4 tires and gas to send him on his way as well.
And the 8 car in 6th position of David Lanza will also be coming down pit road this time. He's slowing down. Definitely saw him shaking the wheel there. Trying to keep the car straight. It's the leader. What about the leader? He's going through lap traffic. Oh, CJ LeVere on pit road, the 11 car. Now in 5th position. He's going down in a hurry, 10th position now. He's coming down to Joshua Harbison. He'll be the first stall. And this is the first time we'll see one of the leaders come down for green flag stops. This will probably bring the rest of the leaders in next time by. Joshua Harbison, CJ LeVere is in his stall.
Yeah, the pit crew came over the wall. He likes his car. No changes at all. They're just going to do 4 tires and gas. They're going to send him on his way.
And now we wait for Chad Cole to come in. He's now working through turns 1 and 2. Don't know if he'll be in this time or not, but he is currently out in the 4th place car coming in pit road. That's Doug Ross and Bobby Terrell in front of him, who was 3rd, now 6th.
Yeah, a lot of cars coming down pit road. Most of them say their cars are okay. Crew chiefs are going to do minor adjustments to them. And, oh, Doug Ross slid through the pit stall and had to get pushed back. Seeing that a little bit more. But it's just a few changes, mostly 4 tires and fuel, and they're going to send them on their way.
Chad Cole on those 2 tires still out on the track. How about that? Still, Green Flag Racing has not made a stop yet. Oh, the 50 gets loose! Hits the inside wall. That was Bo McGuire, 32nd, all by himself. Saves it. Still going. Big mishap for the 52, though, or the 50 team.
Still, though, Dakota, waiting on the man who we've all been waiting for, the leader, Chad Cole. Still not pitted yet. Lap 73's just been completed, and 17 cars still, other than Chad Cole. 12 cars not pitted yet.
Yeah, Jose Gonzalez, John Allen, Matt Lacrosse, Rhett McBride, Brian Harvey, Scott Rutherton, White Wolf, Stephen Almendo, Joey Hilton, and I believe White Wolf Sr., maybe Nathan Bowers and Stephen Herring possibly as well.
Nathan Bowers, you just named it, 12th position coming in pit road, the 85 car. Josh, down in front of you, green and black Chevrolet looking good tonight.
Oh yeah, he likes his car as well. They're going to put just a few minor changes, try to keep the car going in the long run. They're going to take 4 tires and fuel, and the crew was happy about it. He was happy about it, so they're just going to 4 tires, fuel, send him on his way.
And he's in and out without a problem in the 85 machine. Chad Cole still out leading laps. Hearing the 10th place car, the 2 of Scott Brotherton, the 81 and 11th of Stephen Almendo now coming down pit road.
Yeah, hearing a lot more cars. The ones that haven't pitted, they're about to start coming in. These guys at the 81 and the 2, 4 tires, no changes. They're going to send them on their way.
21 car of Matt Lacrosse will be pitting also. He'll give up what was about the 3rd or 4th position, now in 7th. Coming down to make his scheduled pit stop of the night. Remember, 2nd at points, 9 points behind leader Eric Brundies, who currently sits 16th, 1 lap down in the field as Lacrosse coming into his stall. Watching Lacrosse. Oh, Lacrosse may be overshooting big time. Yeah, big time. Taking a long time to get backed up there. But looks like the right side's going up on that machine, Josh.
Yeah, that whole time the crew chief was yelling, back it up, back it up, back it up. He missed reverse, got into 4th, and finally got it back in reverse and back. He's going to take 4 tires and fuel, and he's going to get sent on his way as well.
Yeah, wondering what's going on with the 21. Only seeing 2 tires go up on that car. The right side's going up on that car. Now it's stuck down like maybe a penalty. Somebody killed the ball. I believe that might have been the 09 of John Ellers in 31st position. He's slow on the inside below the apron now. Oh, there he goes. I don't know whether I don't know what happened there. So we're still Green Flag Racing, though.
Still waiting on the 44, too, Dakota.
Here comes the 44, Chad Cole, the current leader, P1, coming down the pit road. The 10 of John Abbott right behind him, only 8.4 seconds behind him, but right behind him coming down pit road. As Chad Cole comes down, trying not to speed. He's going to be a little ways down pit road, but not quite as far as CJ Rivera. Remember, Cole started in the 27th position up to the lead before this stop. Here he comes, stopping in his stall, Joshua Herbison.
Yeah, he loves his car. There's going to be no changes. He told his crew chief, no changes at all. Give me 4 tires and gas and get me back out there. That's what they're going to do. Left side's up. He's got all the fuel. Left sides are down, and he's away.
Oh, caution's out. Chad Cole on pit road. He's back to 4th. He's not a lap down yet, though. This could put Chad Cole in really good position because there's still a lot of cars 1 lap down. Where's the caution at, though, Mike Keaton?
The 15th place car of Mark Bratcher, the 24 machine. Going to lose it in turn 1, Dakota, but he's going to receive a little bit of a hallelujah bump from the 36 machine of Adam Roberts.
Adam Roberts, yeah. Oh. Big hit for the 24. And he'll lock it up in the middle of the track, trying to keep it locked up there and out of the way. Starts to roll stop so as to not hit anybody or get anybody's way. And it looks like he might finally get rolling in the 24 machine. Yeah, he rolls it down a little ways, and he's now getting it rolling. He's trying to work to the outside. I think he'll lose a lap or 2 here. Unfortunate for the 24 there. wondering what was going on. The 36 and him made contact a few times. Looked like the 36 was bump drafting him down the straightaway, so maybe just got a little too aggressive there.
Now to Joshua Harbinson with another update that happened on pit road.
Yeah, the 21, he was going to take 4 tires, but when they let the jack down, the jack actually broke. When they threw it under the left side of the car, the jack man started pumping, and nothing happened, so they sent him back out.
Wow. And that's either going to make him or break him, Dakota. He's second in points. The jack falls down. Now do they make the decision to come back down pit road and put the left sides on it, now that we're under caution? Or are they going to continue to let Matt Lacrosse run where he's at with right sides only? It might be worth it. Lacrosse is back there in 25th spot.
Here's what you have to look at, though. He's a lap down. Everybody fifth on back is a lap down. They have to stay out to get for everybody to get their lap back. Chad Cole has already pitted. He doesn't have to pit here. He'll stay out most likely. He'll become the leader, and if he's in front of enough cars here, a lot of cars will not get their lap back here. This has become eventful.
So the first place guy that I'm showing is Rhett McBride. Rhett McBride, your leader on pit road?
Yeah, he just came off pit road, and he took 4 tires of fuel. He went ahead and made his scheduled stop under caution. And most of the people in the front, they came down pit road, got their scheduled stop, got out the way, and they're getting back on the track.
Yeah, Chad Cole taking over the lead. He has now passed Rhett McBride on the track. So we'll have to see exactly how many cars are on the lead lap when we come by next time, and how many is going to get the wave around here. But why don't we go ahead, being as we have about 30 laps remaining here, go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the closing laps here at Kentucky Motor Speedway, and we'll let you know who's also on the lead lap.
Coming to a comfortable lead, coming out of 2. He's got about 8 car lengths, put it half a second over to Wayne Vincent as Chad Cole works the number 2 spot.
Time is running out. Vincent's got it. Cole wants it in the wall. Chevrolet puts the bumper to the 13 of Vincent. Vincent not backing down. He's in second. You know, we got 1 car on the bottom of the 10 cars.
And we're back live at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Caution flag still out here as we're pacing. We do know that at least 5th on back to 22nd should receive the wave around, but will be on older tires here, depending on how old they may be, to Chad Cole, Wyatt Wolf Jr., Rhett McBride, and CJ LeVere. Working lap 81, so about exactly 30 laps remaining, be 29 at the line. I believe we are 2 to green.
And an interesting turn of events, Dakota. The second man in points, Matt Lacrosse, comes down pit road. He would have been scheduled to get the wave around, but he elects to come down pit road, goes down the lap, and he's sitting there in 23rd. And it's a dangerous spot because he's going to have to race against Keith Brooks Jr., Fleming, Roberts, Augusto, Douglas White, Wilco, Bratcher, Elders, Herring, all battling for that lucky dog.
Gotta wonder, maybe if he was just trying to get those left sides on the car, wasn't happy with it. I mean, he did have a very, very long run to take 2 tires. And you know, you gotta think he was banking on it to go green to the end, or the penalty, or something. Jack's failing, or I don't know, but you definitely have to think he'd be banking on it to go green the rest of the way. A caution is not something you want to see in an instance like that.
And now he's got Bobby Terrell, Dakota, actually being shown 1 lap down in front of him, so that's just 1 more other car to compete with. And it looks like Terrell is going to start in front of Lacrosse. So let's say the caution. Let's say we go back green. 5 laps later, Terrell's still in front of Lacrosse. Terrell gets the lucky dog. Lacrosse does not. And with the laps running down here, Dakota, it's going to be fun to see what happens. But again, Matt Lacrosse in a tight situation here.
Definitely going to think at the end of the run he would start to fold back. So I don't know if he'll be able to contend with Bobby Terrell, Doug Fleming, Eric Brundys for that lucky dog position. Eric Brundys, points leader, 24th, 1 lap down. Not a good day for him.
Not the second half of the race.
Stefan Marinak, 8th position. He could very well walk away with the points leader or make up a lot of points here.
I like Wyatt Wolf Jr., the 63 car. He's up there. Last year season, finished 25th, started 11th. Cole gets the green flag. Wyatt Wolf Jr. now puts the NVIDIA machine down to the bottom behind his draft. Wyatt Wolf Jr. sitting 4th in points, Dakota. Lacrosse, Wisconsin, the 30-year-old, also known as Junior Wolf. Dad's in here, Wyatt Wolf Sr. Son, go there and get that win.
And Rhett McBride in 3rd position now, creeping up onto the bumper of the 63. Now we have to look at here. The 11 of CJ LeVere is in 4th position, but he's on a lot older tires than Chad Cole. We have to see if that will play into this later. If this will change, whether Chad Cole can drive away right now or later, or what's going to happen there? Because you remember CJ LeVere pitted a lot earlier than Chad Cole did.
So just an update you on Matt Lacrosse situation. Guess what, Dakota? Bobby Terrell still up ahead of Lacrosse. So if a caution were to come out now, the 7 machine back in 21st would receive the LD, which is the lucky dog. And as you mentioned, CJ LeVere there in the 11 car, Dakota, older tires than Chad Cole. That's interesting because Chad Cole was down on pit road when the caution came out, and he got a break, a big break.
That he did. And it looks like a lot of these lap down cars, when I look at Bobby Terrell, I see an 11 car right in front of him, and that's the 4th place car. So some of the lap down cars up front here.
Yeah, Bobby Terrell, he could easily get up there and race his way back around. How about that?
Yeah, only
so
20 cars on the lead lap now. Still green flag racing here, lap 86.
In the top 5, Chad Cole, Wyatt Wolf Jr., Rhett McBride 3, CJ LeVere 4th, and John Abbott 5th. John Abbott was also one of those drivers, Dakota, who was on pit road behind Chad Cole when the caution fell. Good spot for him because Abbott moved up quite a bit after that spill.
Here in the 94, off the pace, Aper took him for a ride on the front stretch. That would be the 94 of Eric Brundys in 32nd position, 1 lap down. Oh, he's in pit road. That's the points leader in pit road, 32nd position. Gonna lose another lap likely. Points leader in trouble.
Bad night to worst night, Dakota, for him.
Started out good, leading a lot of laps. Currently then running 3rd, pitting, and I think after he pitted, his night was done. Looks like a lot of trouble here.
I really don't understand why he pits unless it's a rage pit. Because I went back and watched the E-Wine there that we had on the right side of the screen. 94 of Eric Brundys running 25th, just 1 lap down, gets down below the apron. If he hits the wall, Dakota, it's a brush. I don't even think he brushed the wall. And then maybe for whatever reason he comes down pit road and he sits there. Now he's back on the racetrack, but he's 2 laps down, and that's going to cost him. Cost him dearly.
There are 10 positions between Eric Brundys and Matt Lacrosse. Actually, a little over 10, about 11 positions between the two. Eric Brundys had a 9-point lead coming into this race. He did lead a lap, so that will give him bonus points, I do believe. But Matt Lacrosse will still walk away ahead of Eric Brundys if they were to finish this way.
Well, wait a minute. Marinak, look at him sitting there in 3rd spot in the points, and look on the racetrack currently 8th. And he's only 6 points away, or 7 points away, Dakota, 7 spots away.
Yeah, and watching the wreck, it's the 99 and the 40 start. It started with the 99 and the 40. It's Matthew Long all the way back in 13th position. Lap 89 coming off of turn number 2 comes all the way up and collects a loose number 40. I don't know who the 40 is. Looks like the 40 of Joey Hilton. And that will spin the 2 around in front of the field here. Like Hilton got the bumper of somebody else, that put him around. They both come up into oncoming traffic. Oh, huge hit for Bratcher. 62, 92, Jason Lester, Brian Harvey, 67. It doesn't look like Bratcher was on the brakes there.
Yeah, Bratcher just came through there, and so did the 62 machine of Wilco. Yeah, just trying to idle through that, Dakota, hoping that could have went through the wreck, but 9 times out of 10, if you come to a complete stop, you avoid the wreck, I've learned.
Yeah, that's if you don't get hit in the rear end stopping for the wreck there, but leaders coming down pit road. This is going to change things once again. Lucky dog will be Bobby Terrell, I do believe. But anyway, Chad Cole coming down, leading him down. He's in his stall, Joshua Harbison.
Yeah, Checo's in, 4 tires. Actually, it might be 2 tires. I think I see what the pit crew does. It's 2 tires for him. He just wants to make sure he has the grip to finish the race.
And Chad Cole will come off of pit road, as he's actually coming down pit road still. I think he wants those 2 tires. Those 2 tires are really good for him. But CJ LaVergana looks like come off second. Chad Cole leading the way here.
But we had one driver stay out. Rhett McBride now being shown your race leader. Bobby Terrell, the man who's right directly in front of him and right behind the pace car. Terrell will get his lap back, but here we are again with Matt LaCrosse. If Rhett McBride does not pit, then Matt LaCrosse will be stuck back, Dakota, 1 lap down. And the pit, remember the situation with him coming back down pit road? He could have got his lap back. Matt LaCrosse could be sitting on the racetrack right now on the lead lap. He could have pitted just now, got 4 fresh tires. He'd have been on the lead lap. Now he's 1 lap down. He's second in points.
Well, can't forget the points leader, 33rd in position. 3 laps down.
It can, Dakota, just like a lot of things, it can, it could be going for you all the right ways for 5 weeks, and then in 1 week, it can go down south.
Down south towards Alabama, Texas, all those kind of places, right?
I mean, look at Brundy's. He comes into tonight's event, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s with an average finish, Dakota, of 4.5, which is 4th spot, 4th to 5th, somewhere in there. He finishes average. And you're talking about one of the worst nights here for Brundy's, just going bad to worst, from worst to, what am I doing here? Eric Brundy's probably pounding his head on the steering wheel right now. Matt LaCrosse may be pounding his head on the steering wheel, but I tell you what, the man who's not, the man who may just have 2 arms raised in the air when they go to Martinsville next week is Marinac. He sits 4th on the racetrack, current points leader, Dakota.
I'll tell you what, any of this and all of this would not be possible, though, without Inside Sim Racing, sponsoring the Thursday Night Real Sim Racing Series. Inside Sim Racing, your first and best choice for all news and reviews in online motorsports. Join Darren Ganji and Sean Cole for the latest, greatest, and product reviews, simulation auto racing games for PCs and the Xbox crowd. From steering wheels to full-size racing rigs, updates on popular racing games, and a whole lot more. The Yellow Pages of online auto racing. Inside Sim Racing has it all. Visit them today at www.isrtv.com. And again, this is the Real Sim Racing Asphalt Assault Series. We are Michael Dakota Herman. I am Dakota Herman, joined by Michael Keaton, Joshua Harbison on pit road, George Wood, our statistician, providing a lot of information to us. J.D. Webb being the executive producer tonight in the producer's lounge with John Wessing, who's pushing the buttons on the cameras and putting up all those pretty little overlays you get to see all night long. How about ETV 2.0? We do want to throw a shout out to. Got some really cool overlays up. But Mark Ratcher joining us on the radio, I do believe. Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Mark Bratcher, this is Mike Keaton up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, we got a copy loud and clear.
Mark, what seemed to turn for the bad has now turned for the worse. You got into an accident earlier on, and then this one right here just seems to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, everybody on the ETV Live 2.0 Chevrolet really worked hard on this car. We never got the feel for this racetrack today, and we were just trying to get through with what we could today, and 36 just overdrove and took us out in turn 1 and drove over his head a little bit, and didn't understand that because we were faster than he was. You know, we was on 2 tires, we were still faster. I understand that. And then in the last accident, you know, I checked up and slowed down and was going to go in the middle, and the 99 didn't hold his brakes and just come back down the middle of the racetrack. And I mean, what do you do?
Hey, Mark, this is JD. You had to climb my stairs up here, bud. I seen that wreck. John was having a good time running it back and forth on the rewind on the broadcast. But I'll tell you what, I got to tell you, bud, we're running out of room behind the shop. There's just no more room for more scrap metal, guy.
Yeah, I came across the radio and just screamed at the top of my lungs, you know, hold your brakes, and he didn't hold his brakes, and we would have been good if he hadn't, and the 36, you know, I mean, we didn't have a top 20 car tonight. I mean, if we would have finished top 15, we'd have been lucky, but, I mean, what do we do, man? I'm about to lose my sponsorship, funds, everything else. I mean, we're running out of race cars.
There you go. I'll tell you what, we're going back to green flag here, but we'll take up a donation, see if we can't buy you some luck. In the meantime, Michael, Dakota?
How about this? Green flag back out. Chad Cole on the outside of the 29. That is the 29 at Marinac. Marinac look at the inside. Cole put up the block. Now Cole on the inside riding behind currently the new leader, CJ LeVere, who just went around the 15. That's the 15 of Rhett McBride, who's on old tires. LeVere up front. Cole on 2 tires. McBride on old tires.
Absolutely. The 15 car of McBride is on older tires, but the 29 machine of Marinac, not so much. The 4th place position car now creeps into the 3rd spot, where Cole sits 2nd, and like you mentioned, Fearless Racing Team. The man who runs the 11 car, CJ LeVere, out front, lap 96 complete. Dakota, 10 to go! I'm sorry, 15 to go. 15 to go.
And then guys, don't count Michael Keaton on his math. Told you he better get the calculator out. But anyway, LeVere still leading the way. Cole on the bumper. Marinac riding. He's kind of falling off a little bit. How about Wyatt Wolf Jr., who's up front in the points? About, I believe, 4th in points, 4th on track. Whoa, it's 3 wide behind him. It was 3 wide, now 2 wide. Oh, looking to go 3 wide again. It's McBride in the middle. The 26 of Jose Gonzalez on the inside. John Abbott on the outside. This is 3 wide for 5th position.
Jose Gonzalez to the bottom, the man in the middle, the 15 of McBride to the outside, 10 of John Abbott. Abbott backs out of the throttle, now he's back releasing full gear to the outside. Now the 23 machine works underneath Abbott. Move Patterson up to 7th, Abbott back to 8th.
Abbott's coming down, he's going to go all the way down. A big move from the outside to the inside, he's down on the inside of the 23 of Jason Patterson. 14 laps remaining. Abbott looking for, I believe, this is about, I want to say about 7th position, 6th position.
Battle for the lead out here at the front, Dakota. Chad Cole to the bottom of the racetrack underneath the 11 machine of CJ LeVere in turn 1.
And it's gone because there goes Chad Cole around the 11.
Crossover!
But there goes LeVere crossover. He's back on the inside of Chad Cole. He's not letting him go easily. Now Cole will be on the outside of LeVere. Marinac loving this because he's creeping into the picture. That will watch Cole hanging on the outside. He's doing a pretty good job up there on the 2 tires. Trying to make it work. He's got a lot of momentum coming off. He's going to get right next to the wall, come back down. He's trying to pinch the 11 down, maybe not really, giving a lot of room there. Surprisingly, as he's side by side, door to door, heading into turn number 1, Michael Keaton.
Marinac pushing his teammate for all he's worth. The 11 of CJ LeVere teamed up with a 29. Now they separate. Chad Cole in the middle of that bunch. The 63 machine of White Wolf Jr., meanwhile, looks underneath the 29. No room there. Now the 3 battles still out front. In turn 3, the man, CJ LeVere, in 4. He has the lead.
Cole all over the bumper of the 11. He looks high. He's on the outside. He's on the bumper. He goes down. He's going down all the way to the bottom. Kind of looks like the Monday race where he just throws it down there sideways, but he's going to save me. He's going to be right next to him. He's going to be door to door on the inside heading into turns number 1 and 2. LeVere backing out early, maybe looking for that big run off to the corner. As you see LeVere going way down to the bottom. Here comes Cole off the corner on the outside. He's going to be on the outside of the 11 now with the 11 coming in a hurry.
Talking about setting him up. C.J. LeVere set him up for the crossover move once more. Now the 44 to the outside. The 11 down low. Chad Cole slips a little bit, and 4 Dakota's going to cost him. C.J. LeVere at the line for the lead with 10 to go.
Side by side still. Chad Cole cannot clear that 11. The 29 is Stephen Marinac now at the bumper of C.J. LeVere looking for that spot. If he can get that chance now, as he's now door to door with Chad Cole. Who's going back? Chad Cole got sideways off the corner. He's going to nearly get the wall. He's still coming, though.
Wow! And that allowed the 29 machine teammate to C.J. LeVere, Marinac, to close in.
Caution.
And now caution is out on the Speedway. And John Ehlers, the 09 machine that's in 23rd, has brought us a caution.
Tell you what, Matt Lacrosse will be the lucky dog this time, but the caution is in fact John Ehlers, who was 3 wide at the time, lap 20, or position 23 in the 09, lap 100, coming off of turn number 2, comes down on 69, and that will put him around in front of the field. He will tag the 69 once more, but small wreck, really.
Yeah, that one looks like the 69 machine, Augusto, also involved with that wreck. Dakota, as they were nearly 3 wide coming out of the corner there. But that is really going to set up a fun race now. By the way, LeVere out front.
Well, who do we talk to now? Why don't we talk to C.J. LeVere? This is probably the perfect time to talk to him. I know he's probably his nerves a little shaken up, but joining us on the radio, I do believe, C.J. LeVere. C.J. LeVere, this is Dakota Irvin up at the broadcast booth, joined by Michael Keaton. You got a copy, man?
10-4.
And how intense was that? You're racing side by side with Monday's winner, Chad Cole. It seems like when he had the inside, you were able to pull the crossover, cut off the corner every time and get back underneath him.
The draft here is really, really good. We got a really good car here. I'm not giving up. I want to win today. And with Chad, you can't give him anything. I got to cross him over as soon as I can, or else I'll be stuck on the outside and go get freight train.
Now, you think you can hold Chad Cole off for the rest of these 8 laps? I know we have a few under caution here, but can you hold him off?
It's going to be up in the air. I got a really good restart. I think I'm going to get a good jump here as long as I don't spin my tires. I don't think he'll have enough time to catch back up.
And are you going to have any help from your teammate there, Stephen Marinac?
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he holds up Chad and just enough for me to get away.
All right, CJ, man, and any strategy here at all besides that restart?
The first gear on the restart and run away as far as I can.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you here.
Thank you.
And that was CJ LeVere, your current leader on the racetrack.
A little bit of a Forrest Gump quote there from C.J. LeVere, Dakota.
Wouldn't know.
Run as fast as you can. Run, Forrest, run.
I guess if you want to compare that, but why don't we talk to the alternate, the other guy in that scenario, the guy who's currently sitting second. That's Chad Cole. Chad, man, you got a copy?
Yeah, Dakota, I got you.
All right, you won Monday night. You did it in, well, a dramatic fashion. You only led 1 lap, and it was the last lap, sideways across the line, just coming off turn 4. That was probably one of the best finishes we've ever seen, one of the best. Can you do that here tonight?
Well, I'm hoping so. That's kind of an awful lot to live up to Monday. That is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime deal. I doubt I'll ever be able to do that again. But CJ, he's tough. Got Stefan breathing down my neck, too. It's going to be a good finish for you guys. Another one.
Chad, this is Keaton. You're the meat between 2 buns. You got 2 teammates there. C.J. LeVere, Marinac. Any worries?
Yeah. These guys are tough, and I know they want to win real bad, so I'm just subbing for Glenn tonight, Glenn Campbell, so hoping to get a good finish for him. I don't want to do anything too dumb to mess that up.
And Chad, man, looks like LeVere's been killing you on the restarts. He's been killing everybody on the restarts. Do you have anything for him this time? Are you expecting him to jump pretty good?
Yeah, that sneaky little guy. He's been starting in first gear. I figured him out. We'll do that this time.
Oh! Cole figuring something out there. What tipped you off to that?
Oh, just a ton of RPMs I hear him rubbing.
All right, well, Chad, what's the deal with 2 tires rather than 4 here?
Oh, this setup is so tight. Needed something to loosen it up, and it worked pretty well. It's twice I've done that now, and it feels pretty good. Better than 4.
All right, Chad. Well, good luck with this here.
Hey, thanks, guys. Enjoy the show.
Dakota, I'm not so sure that they may delay the caution, the green flag here due to a 2 wave around. NASCAR or Real Sim Racing official Jimmy North waved around Eric Brundy's, and then Real Sim Racing official Ben Burnett waves around Matt LaCrosse.
LaCrosse was a lucky dog. Eric Brundy was not eligible. He was 3 laps down at the time. He is currently now being shown. We'll look for the 94 on the scoreboard here. He's 2 laps down now. So I don't understand how a 3 lap down car will receive a wave around.
Trying to get clarification. George Wood now giving us an update. Brundy's didn't get a wave around with all the green flag stops, so Brundy was scored on the lead lap. Then as the green flag happened, he was pinned.
Alright then.
Period.
George Wood, our statistician, really not making a whole lot of sense, but the officials are calling it a timing and scoring error, and he will receive the lucky dog here, and one of the lucky dogs, and he'll be 2 laps down in 30th position, while Matt LaCrosse is 21st, the last car on the lead lap.
Which, you made the point there, Dakota. Brundy's being 2 laps down, really not racing, anyone for position, so not really going to break him. The man that helped out the most, though, is the 21 machine of Matt LaCrosse. 21 car is 21st on the racetrack, last on the lead lap. He'll have Joey Hilton there, who's also 5th in points as well.
Well, here we go. 5 laps remaining at the finish line. This is going to be close racing. 1 caution will end the race here if it doesn't come out immediately. If we give it a lap or 2, then it will end the race here. So if we're going to see what happens here with the leader, here we go. Remember, Chad Goldstein, he figured something out on the restarts. There he goes, Cole! Well, LeVere spun the tires. He got wicked sideways. There goes Cole. He's going to have a lot of company from that 29. The 11 getting a big gap here heading into turn number 1.
Wow, the 29 machine got a great restart as well, Dakota. That might put Marinac in 2nd position. The 44 Chad Cole going to have to stay where he's at. Nope. Dive into the bottom.
It's like a crossover. He's back on the inside, going door to door with the 29 Stephen Marinac. Remember, teammates there, the leader and the 29 Fearless Racing teammates.
And I know the crew chief to the 29 machine. Remember Marinac a couple of weeks ago, Dakota? Remember what he did? Marinac, take it easy. Take it easy. Cole's not even in the top 10. He's just here filling in for Campbell. Campbell's not even in the top 10, so relax. You're right there. You've got the points lead as of now. Go out there and get you a top 5 finish.
How about White Wolf Jr., 2 cars behind Chad Cole. Chad, he goes down the inside of the 23 Jason Patterson. Oh, he makes contact. 23's going to save it. He saved it.
But he's going to lose a ton of positions. Dakota Patterson from 4th all the way back to no man's land to 15th.
3 laps remaining here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Jack Cole now trailing the 29 of Stephen Marinac, while up front CJ LeVere has ran away.
And if a caution were to fall now, Dakota, the race would be over, but we are still green flag racing with the 2 fingers in the air from the flagman, this time by CJ LeVere holding off teammate Marinac, who's in 2nd. Meanwhile, Marinac holding off Cole in 3rd.
2nd place in points. Matt LaCrosse was shown 21st across the line last time by. He had to go to the rear of the field after receiving that lucky dog. He started from the rear, so he's had to go to a lot of lap cars. I don't think the 21 can make up any more positions. The 21 car being shown in 21st position. While the points leader, who was the points leader, is in 31st. Caution is out. The race will end under caution.
This is White Wolf Jr. 4th position. John Abbott 5th spot. And both of these cars are going to end up finishing outside the top 10, possibly, Dakota, outside the top 20 as both cars real slow on the racetrack. Looked like Abbott and White Wolf Jr. got connected up in turn 3 there.
Yeah, it looks like Abbott just drove in a little too deep. It got under the bumper of the 63, would put Wolf around, and John Abbott would take a really, really hard hit. Lap 109 that was. Now working lap 110, the final lap. The race is under white flag conditions. The race will end here. John Abbott will receive an EOL, so he will definitely fall back into the spot. And Abbott apologizing, taking responsibility for that wreck. But our winner will be C.J. LeVere.
C.J. LeVere, wow, going to hang on to it. Teammate to the 29 of Merrimack, going to finish second. Just rounding out the top 3, Dakota Chad Cole will finish third.
And our winner joining us on the radio, C.J. LeVere. C.J., man, you did it. You got to victory lane here.
It was all about that restart, yeah. I knew it. As long as I could get my restart, they weren't catching me.
And man, on that restart, a little scared, a little nervous there. You spun the tires, nearly spun the car around.
I never lifted. I stayed right into it. It was one of those go for it or go to the rear.
And man, what was the secret to finally being up front, the right place, right time here tonight?
That's what it's all about, being in the right place at the right time. I haven't been able to have the luck, and it's all about some luck, and tonight keeping the car up front.
All right, CJ, man, gonna ask who makes hat for you here.
Hibby's Paint Shop, RSR, ETV.
All right, well, thank you, CJ, and there is your winner tonight. CJ LeVere, gonna go ahead and let him get on his way to celebrating here. And now we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with your post-race show here on ETV Live, powered by the HT Radio Network. And again, this is Real Sim Racing and their Asphault Assault Series.
Where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
And we're back live at Kentucky Motor Speedway with the Real Sim Racing Asphault Assault Series and their post-race show. Again, this is ETV Live, powered by the HT Radio Network. I'm Nick Herman, again, joined by Michael Keaton. But now we'll go to our post-race show. Our second place finisher is standing by with Michael Keaton, and that is Stephen Merrinak.
Merrinak, you couldn't quite get win number 3 tonight, but I tell you what, going second to teammate C.J. LeVere is not a bad night, is it?
No, sir. We had a really, really good race. Ran up front all at the beginning, and I don't really know what happened. We dropped back to around back of the top 10, and so I took 2 tires, and we got back up there, and we were really fast.
Merrinak, let's talk about coming into tonight's event, 3rd in the points, and then we see Matt Lacrosse, where he finished at tonight, back in 21st position, and Eric Brundy's outside the top 25. Did you think that leaving tonight here in Kentucky, going into Martinsville, that you'll be the new points leader?
I never would have expected it, no. We had that one bad finish at Las Vegas, but other than that, I mean, we've been good.
So how is the idea of going to Martinsville next Thursday night, Stephen? Martinsville, one of those tricky tracks, the paperclip track that a lot of people try to stay away from. How's Fearless Racing looking at it?
I would say short tracks are probably my best track, so I'm really excited about it. I run pretty good at Martinsville most of the time, so I would probably say we're going for a top 5 and maybe even a win.
Last but not least, Stephen, Wolf, who makes it happen for you?
My teammates at Fearless Racing, hippiespaintshop.com, and RSR. You guys do a great job.
Thank you very much, Stefan. And again, that was Mr. Marinac, the man who finished second tonight, new points leader. 5 starts so far, 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s with an average finish of 8th or better. So Stefan Marinac goes into Martinsville with team, looking for a victory again. Dakota, now standing by with you, Chad Cole in the 44, who's filling in for Glenn Campbell, who's 17th in points.
Alright, now listening to Michael Keaton's interview, I don't have all these fancy stats because Chad Cole, as he mentioned, not a full-time racer in the series, just part-time. He was filling in. I think it's the second time of the season he's filled in already. First time was Matt Lacrosse at Daytona, and this time it's Glenn Campbell at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Chad, you led a lot of laps. You look like you had a really good car out there. Just came up a little short. How was that?
I don't like that too much, actually. It's not bad, though, just subbing for Glenn. I really didn't like those cautions at the end. It's kind of hoping to go green after we had those pit stops, but the green flag pit stops, but it's kind of the way it goes sometimes. I don't know what happened to my Q lap. I don't know if I cut the course just a little bit too much or what, but I had to start in the back. It didn't count my lap. That wasn't a great one to begin with, but would have been nice at least starting around mid-pack rather than shotgun on the field.
And when Marinac got around you, were you concerned about trying to get back running, or were you just thinking, I just want to finish this race out here?
Oh, I want to go for it, buddy. But I know he's racing for points as well, so I didn't want to do any bonehead move.
And Chad, man, you were able to win Monday. You just came up a little short this Thursday. Is Kentucky one of your more favorite tracks, or not quite as much?
Yeah, after this week, even after this week, yeah, it's still not up there. But I don't know. Maybe next time it's growing on me.
All right, Chad. We're gonna go ahead and ask for any shout-outs out there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank ETV, Dakota, Batman, John JD, and the boys. You guys do awesome jobs in the broadcast, and Real Sim Racing, Team Man Child Racing, and of course hippiespaintshop.com for the sweet paints.
Well, there you have it from your third place finisher here tonight. Now, Michael Keaton, we had a very eventful race. Went caution free for quite a while. Mid parts of the race, it was a lot of fun to watch, and I believe we might have an off week next week.
Well, Dakota, it's just like we saw, Monday night in the Real Sim Racing Full Throttle Cup Series. As I get my Monday notes with me here, remember the top 5 in points. How about this? Dwayne Vincent, second place. Okay, first in points. Guy Snyder, second points, 23rd position. John Abbott, third in points, 36th place on the racetrack at Kentucky. Kel Dresbach, 4th in points, finished 39th. And R.J. Williams, who was 5th in points, finished 42nd. Look what we saw tonight. Eric Brundy's first in points, all the way back out of the top 25. Matt Lacrosse, second points, 21st position. Marinac, finally somebody getting it done right. He finishes second, and he'll be the new man at Martinsville.
And actually, we do race next week. I was informed we do not race Monday night, but we will race Thursday night. I believe we'll be at Martinsville Speedway. It's going to be a very interesting race heading into that race. Wondering if the points have been updated quite yet. We've been watching to see exactly what the points will show, and they have not quite been updated yet. So if you want to check out, see who's the points leader after the event, a little ways away, it should be updated. That is realsimracing.com. You can find them there. But I'll tell you what, we do want to talk about the March on Michigan race this Saturday, I believe at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch myself and Michael Keaton up in the broadcast booth. I believe Keaton will be there or not, I don't know. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be Michigan, the trucks, Tune in, don't miss it. Sponsored by Inside Sim Racing. JD Webb.
You bet, and I'll tell you what, one more thing along with that broadcast. We're going to be covering the second split to that March on Michigan 300 race sponsored by ISR TV, Inside Sim Racing TV. Darren Ganji and the boys over there, and I'll tell you what, we're getting real excited here on ETV Live. So we will have a reporter at the track during the second split, providing live coverage from both races. So when is that ever done? Only here at ETV Live, guys. And I'll tell you what a week's worth of racing tonight. I tell you, no better than what we see here at Real Sim Racing Monday nights and Thursday nights, the Full Throttle Cup Series. What a race on Monday night. Tonight, I tell you, a class act here tonight. Chad Cole and the boys up there, Marinac. What a race at the finish there. If it hadn't been for that last caution flag, who knows what would have happened. But I'll tell you, that's the kind of racing that we have here at ETV Live. You can catch us 5 nights a week, cowboy. Check it out, etv-eplay.net. So I'll tell you what, for all the boys up here in the booth, Michael Keaton, Dakota Ehrman, John down in the production trailer, and of course everybody here at Real Sim Racing, we'll see you again real soon.